A warm welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel, guys. How much would you charge for this and how much would you pay for this? So as a professional detailer or as a customer, what would you charge or what would you pay? So my brain's been wandering as I've been cleaning Danny's car. So you do a wheel clean, pre-wash, chemical decon, so tar and glue, fallout remover, pre-wash, uh, contact wash, clay it, okay, then dry it off, then single stage polish it, then protect it with like a year long sealant, do the glass, seal the front windscreen on the glass, vacuum out the interior, dress the engine bay, dress the front bonnet, you know, the compartment in the front, and you'll probably be out of time then, won't you? Dress everything you can. How much would you charge for that? You know, sometimes people call it a wash and wax, don't they? The detailers call it a wash and wax. I was just sitting here thinking, there's no way I would do this for like 8 to 10 hours. I'd want more than 300 quid. The problem is, I don't think I'd want to pay more than 300 quid. So like when I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking, how much would I pay? And I think, well, I could do it myself. I'm not paying more than 200 quid for that. Detailers don't charge a lot of money for this. Like you can have a guy can come in, you know, to your place, wash all your car down, prep it, polish it, ceramic coat it, and charge. Some of them do like 400 to 450 quid, which is a bargain if they can get it done. That's a lot of work. But really, it's the same process. The coating doesn't really add that much. You know, it adds a bit of cost for the detailer, but it doesn't really add much. It's not much more different to putting a sealant down. So it's interesting, isn't it? How much would you pay? And I bet a lot of you are probably like, some of you will be like, oh, I'll pay 50 quid because my detailer, you know, I drive it to the drive place and they'll do a full valet for 50 quid and they do a good job. I bet they do. But it's not the same as a detailer doing it, I don't think. You know, it will be a lot more aggressive. They won't have all the different decon stuff. They won't clay it properly, I don't think, at the valet places. Will the polish be that great? I don't know. But a detailer that comes and busts his, you know, his Claudios all day long, I think has got to be north of 200 quid. But I know a lot of detailers do like a wash and wax where they do clay it, wash it, clay it, polish it, wax it for like around 150 quid. It's really interesting, isn't it? I think personally, the detail of the detail is what makes and breaks the price because you can cut a lot of corners. You're not really cutting corners. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in like, you might have to cut corners if you're doing that service for 150 quid. You have to, don't you? So what you do is like, you'd come in, you just bash it out. You'd get the shampoo on it, you'd pre-wash it, you'd contact wash it, you'd clay it, you'd use quite strong chemicals, but I don't think you'd do this multiple chemical decon because you wouldn't have time. You'd have to clay it with a clay towel because it just takes too long to clay it with the little piece of clay. You'd have to have all your washing and, you know, wheels and wash done within 2 hours, so you've got time to do the rest. You might even, if you're clever, you know, use an AOI like AIO, like Rupes Advanced, so you polish it, you know, and then you buff it and you leave it and you've protected it as well, because that would be how to get your time right down, wouldn't it? That would save you a fortune. Or you might even use, you might do that and then when you finish, put a spray and rinse over it very quickly. You know, after you've polished it, spray and rinse it with a, you know, spray and rinse sealant. You'd have to do something like that if you're around the 150 quid mark, wouldn't you? Or 100 mark. But if you're over 200 to 250, then I think you can just about get done what I'm going to get done in one day. But you have to, I wouldn't do it for less than 300 quid. And this isn't some like invitation for you to pay me 300 quid to bring your car around. I couldn't think of anything worse doing it day in, day out. Not because I don't like it, because it's just too much hard work doing this. There's easier ways to make money in life, isn't there? When you get into your 40s, you've usually got an easier way to make money, and it's easier to go to work on a Saturday and do overtime or whatever, and then take that money and pay someone else to do it professionally for you, isn't it? So yeah, interesting discussion. How much do you charge if you're a professional detailer to do a day's work where you're providing the service that I described at the beginning, the full Monty? Do you just charge by the hour? And just say, look, it takes as long as it takes. I can probably get it done in 10 hours. I charge 25 quid an hour. So that's going to be, yeah, that'd be fair, wouldn't it? 250 quid. Do you go low to try and attract more customers? And how much do you pay? How much would you pay, or do you pay? And who does your work? You know, do they do a good job? I bet they do. Really sweating, hard work, isn't it? After 10 hours of doing this on a car, you feel it. And if you're doing it every day, you'd be Herculean. My body just can't take it. My left knee's already growling at me. My back's growling at me. But once you've done all the stuff outside and you get the car in, you can get the stereo on, it's a little bit more civilized, isn't it? I'm really enjoying doing this work on this car because I love this Porsche, and it was really dirty, like it was really contaminated and tatty, even though you'd look at it and think, oh, it's not even dirty, but it was really dirty. You know what I mean? It just it needs this, and I'm really enjoying doing it on the car. So yeah, crack on. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Over and out. Oh, it's only 6 minutes. I need 10 minutes, so we'll have to skip the middle ad.